The Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a first down throw, Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and it's a touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Dunn. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Wentz to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
But can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season, because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem a little uncertain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time, but that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal, and then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt, and I think that they're improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think the AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Watson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Going for it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 28 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. On first down, they run with Howard. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now on 2nd down, Wentz.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Defense wins championships, baby.
After the interception, here's Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Alert, alert. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their one loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Okay. Defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 43 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, those two have hooked. Up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Wentz now on first down. Going up top. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
82.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here we go on 4th. Watson finding fouls complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
53 is the Mike. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 2.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Wentz to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's back to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down in bounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mike, 55. Check. Hey, Delta. Exit. Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Back to the Mike. You got to get the ball.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here I come again.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.